to another episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at Simpsons' newest video, Everything Wrong with Wonder Woman in 14 minutes or less. Now, we've all had our fair share of bad DCEU movies.
Yes.
Luckily, Justice League is not one of them. But
we'll get to that in a moment.
We'll get to that in a moment. Wonder Woman, however, we thought was good.
It was the right way. It was the right path that DCEU needed to take, pretty much.
And of course, has fair share of mistakes. So let's check this out.
Yeah, let's just dive right into this. I mean, there's, I know, like, it's probably gonna break up a lot in the third act of the film. But like I said, we'll just dive right into this, and we would talk a lot more. But let's just see what they bring up. So here we go for, again, Everything Wrong with Wonder Woman in 14 minutes or less. So here we go.
"47 seconds of logos. Also DC Comics.
I used to want to save the world.
Narration. Question for the security personnel. If you're taking this much care to lock this briefcase away in the armored truck, why on Batman's Blue Earth did you park this far away from your entry point? Seriously, look at the shot from above. Here's the van. Here's the entry point. Just put on a fake beak and take a seat in the triangle pond, because you just made yourself a sitting duck. Why is her main work desk directly in the corner of all the fabulous artifacts she and the museum have collected? This is like the bank manager having his office inside the safe deposit box vault. Jesus Christ, this movie's gonna take me all the way back to Wonder Little Girl times? CGI Asgard and CGI Naboo got nothing on CGI, Wonder Woman place. Also, couldn't the movie have started here? Little girl running in an ancient city? Probably Wonder Woman, but I'm intrigued enough to pay close attention. I mean, why do we need the opening intro of her in present day being a curator? I thought I had seen enough from the Zack Snyder school of slow-mo badassery, but holy, did you just see that 10-foot spinning flip sword toss? That Mo could never be too slow. Random daytime armadillo is random. Also, what is it with DC superheroes and childhoods? Other than the very forgettable Daredevil, what Marvel movies can you think of that spend time on the hero's childhood? Anyone? Bueller? And yet, in the DC world, Superman, Batman, and now Wonder Woman, we always have to have a childhood opening or flashback.
Long ago.
Help me understand this bedtime book. Is it just the one picture? Is it Potter style coming to life for Diana? Also, 3 full minutes of bedtime story exposition.
Who would wield it?
I pray it will never be called to arms.
Classic not answering the question. After aging from 7 to 13 and presumably training with Robin Wright for the whole time, finally her mother catches her training. My point is, the movie chose a poor time to rapidly age up Diana, only to then introduce this caught by mom scene. Mom was asleep at the wheel for years before this.
Sure.
He will train her harder than any Amazon before her.
Whoa, she just did a 180 faster and more flawlessly than that redheaded snowboard guy everybody loved 10 years ago.
She must never know the truth about what she is, or how she came to be.
Meaning she will definitely know that soon in the movie. Diana went from 7 years old to 13 to however old she can be with Gal Gadot still pulling it off. Guessing early 20s. This movie is doing some random time jumps.
You're stronger than this, Diane. Again.
Hey everybody, Morpheus is fighting me. I mean, Princess Buttercup is fighting Diana. This asshole crash lands on a one plane in a mythical, basically non-existent land. But thankfully for him, there was a brave, local, rebellious Princess Ex Machina watching the shore at that very moment. Convenient. Playing piece is convenient if this is where the plane breaks through and this is where it lands. Unless Wonder Woman javelined a piece of the plane about 300 feet, there's no way this plane part would be floating here this soon after. If wherever the Diana and her kin live is this easily infiltrated, then it was never really hidden at all. And I'm shocked no one prior to World War I even accidentally found this cloaked paradise, like Magellan or Vasco da Gama. Also, exactly what good is this hiding field if you can actually see things through it? Zeus needs to up his camouflage game. Discount from here to eternity.
Ready your bows!
How did these arrows all get lit so fast? And honestly, if you're firing out into the ocean, does it even help? The movie will go out of its way later to show how much they know about the outside world, but they're about to fire flaming arrows at an armored German naval division. There is no way this archer and this bullet should be moving at the same speed. That's either a super slow bullet that poses no danger, or that archer is swinging at about 700 miles an hour. Wow, Auntie-Opie's got skills we've seen before. Legolas would definitely swipe right, is what I'm saying. No.
No.
Mentor's death motivates protagonist cliché. Somehow these ladies with fire arrows defeated a German naval battalion, and somehow that German destroyer we saw earlier played no part in this battle.
I know, you think that, yeah.
Where was the firepower?
You. No, Mother, no. You fought at my side against the invaders.
You mean hid by your side?
Side from the invaders, right? Yeah.
North. exposition by lasso. Why would any military in any war conduct this kind of experiment in full view of the general officer?
That's true.
I mean, I get she's a psychopath, but that's just a waste of a good test subject right there. This plane is airborne in about 4 seconds after traveling 50 feet. I'm not saying you need a fast and furious length runway to get airborne, but I'm pretty sure even the strongest dose of aviation Viagra won't get it up that quick. Even though Steve Not Rogers blew the out of this base, the Germans still managed to be right behind him when he approached Wonder Woman land.
Would you say you're a typical example of your sex?
Movies got dick jokes, yo.
Yeah.
Still taken.
You let this little thing tell you what to do.
We are still talking about the wallet, right? Deep within the Amazonian jungle, there exists a species of elk so stupid and so unevolved that even the most primitive of weapons can bring her down. Why is this here?
Nice outfit.
Oh, this old thing? I just found it hanging in the middle of a room while I was stealing several priceless weapons that were unguarded. And it happened to not only fit me perfectly, but be colored completely different than anything else the other Amazonian women wear. You like it, huh?
I know. Or at least I know I cannot stop you.
I just rode in here in the middle of the night with a dozen of my warriors to say goodbye, apparently.
You have been my greatest love. Today, you are my greatest sorrow.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. So,
Alright.
the sale itself then? Is it a Tesla? Like the original Tesla?
Have you never met a man before? But what about your father?
I had no father. My mother sculpted me from clay, and I was brought to life by Zeus.
This is the DCEU essentially rolling the Greek gods into actual reality. And that is just kooky enough to deserve mention. Think about that. Greek gods from mythology actually exist in the DCEU.
Yeah.
Hades might be a villain one day. Hell, Ares is literally the villain of this movie.
Thing did come to me last night. A different type of gas. For you, to restore your strength.
Let's test it right now on you without any further research. After all, it came to me last night, which was hours ago. I've had hours to perfect and test it on animals, and let's do this.
Why are they holding hands?
Now wait a second, movie. You've established that Diana has been educated in the languages and customs of humans across the world.
I know,
and even
right?
read all 12 volumes of some academic porn encyclopedia. She doesn't know what holding hands is. She can't be both worldly wise and a fish out of water at the same time. No one will be seated during the Princess Diaries portion of the movie.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
trying on outfit number 226.
You, movie. I understand how time works. You over-exaggerated this joke by a factor of 10. Wonder Woman can now graduate with honors from the Clark Kent School of Disguising.
Yet really, Specs? Suddenly she's not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
See, the secretary here would be excellent. How did she pull it out and walk here without everyone else in the store freaking the out? They're all acting like they're seeing a guy with a mohawk, when in reality what they're seeing is 50 times more rare and scary. This is the most telegraphed headbutt in all of moviedom. Serious question. Do the bracelets act like bullet magnets? Or are these morons repeatedly firing at her at shoulder level, watching her block every shot, with no one thinking to shoot her in the goddamn foot?
Any further inquiries?
Just moments earlier, this room of sexist mustaches guffawed Diana out of the room. But now she's just moseying around as they discuss war intelligence.
I know, right?
She opens the book to the middle and miraculously reads about the very gas Steve saw during his mission. And he goes,
Sir, that is the evidence we need.
and no one in the room gives any more thought to any of the other military secrets and horrifying science that might also be in that notebook.
Exactly.
money. No. Tout ce dont j'ai besoin, c'est d'une photo de votre jolie.
Samir loses interest in the job and goes back to his excessive fondness for Diana. This is what I call Gal Gadoting.
Gagadoti.
Etta here could run the mission from my office here. Run.
Either Melissa McCarthy turned down this role, or the character description was literally act like Melissa McCarthy.
There's enough here for a few days.
A few days what? Room and board? Weapons they need? Bribing people to get them across the border? The Irish sniper guy's beer budget alone is probably more than what's in that envelope. Also, thank God he knows exactly which pub the hooligans Steve might recruit for his illegal mission hang out in. Either that or there's only one pub in England, which we all know ain't true.
Right, that's what we deserve.
I have no idea where they are right now, enemy territory or friendly, but on a covert, non-sanctioned, secret spy mission to end the war, is a huge open flame and copious drinking really wise?
Nowhere better to be than in a war where you don't take a side.
At least here, I'm free.
Sure, I understand him not wanting to be in the U.S., but why not Canada or Mexico?
No
Yeah.
man's land, Diana. It means no man can cross it.
But she's not a
Oh.
Fire, let's go!
taking all the fire because she's currently the only target. Give the Germans a few more targets, and I bet some of them start taking fire, but whatever. I'm still not sure her bracelets aren't bullet magnets. So, this is awesome.
Yeah,
And also,
there you
if I'm
go.
being honest, a
Takes
bit
it one away.
unrealistic. I mean, I know Diana is quick at blocking bullets and all, but with this much automatic fire, if she's not completely behind that shield, she's taking some lead to the legs for sure. I know you can't see in there, but we can all assume this is a stormtrooper, right? I mean, these shots are so off, Wonder Woman gets a chance to superhero pose twice before even addressing it.
Come on, Charlie, shoot him!
The movie takes great pains to show us that Charlie has lost his ability to shoot, and never pays it off with any kind of redemption.
They
No,
don't.
they don't.
They bring it up, but that's it.
Oh, this.
I like how Steve and this movie thought Wonder Woman needed a boost to make this jump. I know you can't speak Flemish, so let me interpret. They are saying, the demon witch, she purposely destroyed our temple. She is here to eat our souls.
I am an actor. I love acting. I didn't want to be a soldier.
Skip.
No, but I located him. And oh, lucky you, he's only a few miles away.
Lucky indeed. If it wasn't already obvious to you that David Thewlis' character was evil, this please pay attention now focus change by the cameras here to hold your hand through the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
These folks are happy the Germans are gone, for sure, but they witnessed a handful of legit miracles today, and this seems like more of a Susie got married again block party.
You did this.
We did.
Off. It was all you and you know it, Jesus.
So give me your hand. Like so.
Movie has time for this, as does the war, and the secret mission to find and destroy the gas weapon before the Germans can use it.
You saw what happened out there. The way she charged that machine gun nest. The way she took out that tower.
Why do bystanders talk about superheroes so casually in these movies? She jumped 80 feet in the air, for Pete's sake. She freaking tossed a tank. Forget trying to decide if what she says is true. How are you not either questioning your sanity or worshiping her as a god by now?
You said we drove all the way to the mountain trek.
So for this gag to work, it needs to be common for German officers to speak English. Maybe it was. And yes, he's technically talking to his driver here, but this is 1918. I'm pretty sure anyone driving German officers for a living is speaking German, not English. And even his driver is speaking English to the German soldier guard. What, could Chris Pine do a German accent, but not learn to speak 2 lines of actual German?
That's true.
I lost the colonel's invitation.
Don't worry about it. We all know they'll let you in anyway, because it says so in the script. What I'm more concerned about is how they don't recognize Steve. Those guys on the street in England certainly knew him by sight. Shouldn't he be on Germany's Most Wanted by now? As if it wasn't convenient enough that this right-sized attendee happened to get stopped right here, now she's going to walk straight into the woods at the exact place Diana is waiting? Might as well have had the dress fall from the sky.
Who are you?
A man who would show you the appreciation a genius like yourself deserves.
Steve makes a huge gamble that she feels unappreciated, and of course he's right, because movie. Last we left Diana, she was on the side of the road sizing up that blue dress. So what happened next? Certainly the driver would have noticed a passenger switch, or a missing passenger. What about her invite? Did she leave the former dress occupant unconscious and undressed by the side of the road? That's dirty, Diana. Wow, what a beautiful shoulder blade back brooch thing that looks nothing like the hilt of a sword you were wearing tonight, Diana. Shoulder back brooches are a thing, right?
Enjoying the party?
English, the official language of World War I Germany. Keep in mind that Diana has proven to be fluent in many dozens of languages, and I'm sure German is one of them. But apparently at the halfway point of the film, the studio ran out of dialect trainer money or some shit. For the record, she spends a lot of time dancing with the guy she's here to kill, just letting him rant.
Diana, the gas.
Maybe last night's snowfall dance and drunkathon, not to mention the implied boning, were ultimately a huge waste of time, considering you missed stopping the gas by literally minutes.
Yep.
So she had her Under Armour on that whole time, under that thin blue dress, and Ludendorff couldn't feel it because... What is it with this movie and just assuming Diana is invincible? I'm not saying she couldn't survive this lethal gas. I'm just saying we haven't been given any reason to believe she would, and more importantly, neither is she. Well, here's another literal machine delivered by the hand of God. What luck. So not only can she deflect bullets, but she can direct them with pinpoint accuracy? Go drunk, movie.
Go
Get
drunk,
home.
movie. You're home.
St. Patrick, you're him.
Fucking told you, shock of all shocks. Also, let me get Ares' plan straight here. Spend decades as a diplomat, work his way into a cabinet position, so that he can influence a possible armistice in order to keep a war simmering? He's a god, isn't he? He does have more than the power to grow a great mustache and be ignored at cabinet meetings, right? How are gas masks a good disguise for sneaking into a German base manufacturing a gas for which gas masks provide no protection? Like, yeah, it hides your face, but why would any Germans be wearing useless gas masks in this place? Well, she got a luck in this battle, I guess. Nice to know you, Wonder Woman. Unless you discover some heretofore unknown well of power and strength inside you here in a few minutes.
Yeah, give it
I
time.
don't want to
Yep.
fight.
But it is a superhero movie, so let the endless punching commence. Throwing a box of grenades at a fucking god. That explosion conveniently blew her directly into Steve Trevor's running path. It's almost like Ares has a sense of humor or something. This plane door opens easily from the outside during takeoff. Were they expecting a pizza delivery? Why exactly does all this god punching even matter? Diana knows at this point that Steve and Ares are right about humans being weak. He's barely doing anything, and man is willing to go to war. Seems to me no matter who wins, people be people. But
Oh, yeah, sure.
the gas is flammable, and all you have to do is make it explode. Why not land the plane away from the people and set a charge? I mean, it's a beautiful sentiment and all, but completely unnecessary. Magically, and just in time, Diana discovers a deeper well of her power she never knew existed. Huzzah!
What?
Whatever it is, I can do it.
Wait, so she could hear him, or she couldn't? Or she couldn't, but now she can in her memory? Or she can read lips, but only after 10 minutes or so? Or maybe traveling back in time so she can hear what he said? Or maybe, forget it. It doesn't matter anyway. We all know where this is headed. What the f*** is this? This is Wonder Woman? This is more like Godzilla breath here. It's a good thing the movie so clearly explained how she got these powers, what they are, and how to defeat a god that Zeus couldn't even kill.
99.
Why
Join
are
the
they
just-
holding hands? We should kill him now and be done with it.
What the hell is this thing? The pen is blue. The pen is blue!
I am one of
Oh God.
is my canoe.
Oh, Dunkirk.
You're stronger than this, Diane.
You think that's air you're breathing now?
Can you get some towels for me, please? I'm really losing a lot of blood. You sound like you're from London.
Sound like you're from
Far
London.
deadlier than you can ever imagine.
I don't know. I can imagine quite a bit.
I am Diana of Themyscira, daughter of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons.
You killed my father.
Prepare to die. Hey.
Yeah, no, that's real funny.
Well, pretty much, there's a lot of points where even you're like, shit, I didn't really think about that, you know? It's like, as always, you know, it gets you thinking, you're like, huh, that is true, you know, you learn all these languages, or the studio did this, or the studio did that. I have to agree with half of it. The other half was just like, it was a part of the story, you know, but it's just CinemaSins doing what they do best.
Yeah, definitely brought up a lot of good points overall.
Yeah.
Like how long it took for her mom to realize she was being trained by Robin,
I know,
right?
it's like you're telling me this whole goddamn time, because I rewatched the movie, what was it, this past week, recently. Even I'm sitting there going, I stopped, I literally was like, you're telling me this whole goddamn time, you didn't get any suspicion of where your daughter was at, or where is she at always at this time, you know, where's she doing, you know, so it's like, huh.
Yeah, I mean, it just...
You know, nobody decided, oh, we're going to go tell the queens and to get the queen to come over. It's like they waited this long to go like, I think you should tell the queen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then it got ridiculous, and the whole, like, her not being able to hear him was really confusing when
It was
you
like,
see it.
and that's why you made a good point going, wait, do you hear him now in your memory or what? Or something. It's like...
And, of course, the obvious fact that he could have found a way to land the plane.
You know, very open type of land. And just destroy it, and then just go from a distance and shoot it.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that.
I mean, really, because he said, oh, it's, you know, it was, I think, 50 kilometers, you know, out.
I mean, even how it should have ended did it better when he sees, like, a parachute on the plane.
Yeah.
So he jumps off,
He's
shoots
like, oh,
it,
this
flies
is-
down.
It's like, either which way, he should, you know, there was two different options, multiple options, I'm pretty sure he could survive. You know, but... Of course, they just went with making it more the heroic, you know, trying to save everybody from it. But like I said, I think overall it hit some good points, pretty much solid good points for it. So I have to admit that. And then you know, with it leading into the Justice League film, which we finally got to see, which was like I said, we were going to talk just a little bit, not too much.
Okay.
Yeah, because I said we're not too much, just a little bit, just a quick review.
Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead real quick if you want to say anything.
It was a fine movie, but it does have its flaws. I mean, that's it.
It is from like how I like certain people are saying, you know, from Batman vs Superman being the worst and Wonder Woman being the best and Suicide Squad in the middle. I say it's like just above Suicide Squad, pretty much, where they're on the right track of where they want to take it. I'm just, like I said, it just I really hope it does well enough to continue the story into the other DC films, especially as well as Flashpoint. You know, so I really hope for that. Overall, like I said, that's just a basic overthought on it, pretty much. Because like I said, I wanted to bring it up in this video, but like I said, it was just our quick little review or what our thoughts are, pretty much. Because we went to go see it in IMAX, so. I like I said, we enjoyed it, so
yeah, same.
You know, it has its flaws, but
yeah,
again.
So other than that, though, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Wonder Woman, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're also mobile, hit that bell icon.
Just let us know what your thoughts are on pretty much what they mentioned and brought up. I mean, were there a lot of parts that even you didn't realize, or you're like, thank you, somebody brought it up, you know? You can comment down below on that. You know, just your overall thoughts of how they did it and how they should continue the formula, at least within the other films. Yeah. You know, try to look at what was successful, what they did right in Wonder Woman, at least, you know, see if they can pass it along to a lot of these other DC films.
Yeah.
You know, with the next film coming out, which is next year, which is for Aquaman. That's the only DC film we're getting next year. But let us know there, and then, of course, let us know what your thoughts are. Even if it's a quick, like we just did, like a quick react to what you thought of Justice League, pretty much. So you can also put that down there as well. We want to hear what everybody else has to say. I really don't care about Rotten Tomatoes anymore. I listen to more of not only the fans, but like the people I follow and react to, who all have been saying the same thing, which is they're in the right path. They're doing good. They're on the right path. Everything. So definitely put down what your thoughts are down below, and let us know what you thought of our reaction to this Wonder Woman. Pretty much CinemaSins type of everything wrong with it. So let us know what you thought of it, and thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very CinemaSins filled episode of SRB.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah, and if you want to see any more of our videos, check out the playlist links down below in the description.
And you can also check out our Twitter account pretty much down below at Super React Bros.